welcome to the next session for the subject signal and system. Now we are going to start our unit number 5, that is Laplace transform. So in last videos already we have studied Fourier transform. Now if we prepare Fourier transform properly, by default you can prepare Laplace transform very easily, because we are moving from Fourier domain to S domain. So if we replace j omega by S, by default you will get some formulas or you will get some concepts regarding your Laplace transform. Now basically why we study Laplace transform, why we are going from Fourier to the Laplace. So first thing is that Laplace is a mixed domain of time and frequency that we call as S domain. Okay, we can analyze, we can solve the differential equation, we can determine the various properties of system, whether system is stable, causal, non-causal. So due to all these advantages, we are moving towards Laplace transform. So they can ask question, what is the relationship between Laplace transform and Fourier transform, and what are the advantages of Laplace transform? Okay, so advantages are that we can analyze the signals easily in S domain, we can solve the differential equations, we can determine the system properties, that system is causal, non-causal, stable, unstable. So these are all the advantages of Laplace transform. Okay, now very first thing you should know the notations. So suppose x of t is the signal, so Laplace transform we denote by capital X in bracket S. So S is called as Laplace operator, where this S is called as Laplace operator. So we can call this as x of t and x of s, they forms a Laplace transform pair. So x of s is the Laplace transform of x of t. Now when we come towards formula, so what is the formula to find Laplace transform? So x of s equals to integration minus infinity to plus infinity, x of t is the signal whose Laplace transform we want to find, into e raised to minus st dt. See, what was the change in Fourier? Fourier मध्ये काय होतं, इथं j ओमेगा होता, Laplace मध्ये काय आहे, s आहे. Okay, so formula is integration minus infinity to plus infinity, x of t is the signal whose Laplace transform we want to find, into e raised to minus st dt. Now see here, when we will see the limits, there are minus infinity to plus infinity. So this I can call as double-sided or both-sided Laplace transform. If we use the limit 0 to infinity, we can call it as unilateral or single-sided Laplace transform. So this is the formula you should know to find the Laplace transform. X of s equals to integration minus infinity to plus infinity, x of t into e raised to minus st dt. Is it clear? Now, what is the relation between Fourier transform and Laplace transform? If they ask this question for 2 marks, okay. Now see here, this plane which we call a plot of sigma versus j omega. Okay, see here, this s is called as Laplace operator. I can write down s as sigma plus j omega, where sigma is the real part of s, omega is the imaginary part of s. Sigma we plot on x axis, j omega we plot on y axis. Okay, now what is relationship between Laplace transform and Fourier transform? So see here, Laplace transform is equals to Fourier transform. Laplace transform is equals to Fourier transform at s equals to j omega. See here, if we replace s by j omega, we will get the formula of Fourier transform. But what is meaning of this? So meaning of this is, when we evaluate Laplace transform on this imaginary axis or j omega axis, your Laplace transform is equal to the Fourier transform. So when we evaluate Laplace transform on j omega axis or y axis, it is equal to the Fourier transform. So this much answer you need to write. काय करायचं, आधी दोघांचा फॉर्म्युला लिहायचा, Laplace transform आणि Fourier transform चा. मग लिहायचं की Laplace transform is equals to Fourier transform at s equals to j omega. आणि याचं मीनिंग काय आहे? So if we evaluate Laplace transform on imaginary axis, it is nothing but Fourier transform. So this answer is expected when question is asked, so what is relationship between Laplace transform and Fourier transform? Is it? So this is the formula. This is the relation between Laplace transform and Fourier transform, and this plane we call it as S plane. It is the plot of sigma versus j omega, where sigma is the real part of S, omega is the imaginary part of S, which we call as Laplace operator. Now next very important concept in Laplace transform is nothing but ROC, that we call as region of convergence. याला काय म्हणायचं? Region of convergence. Now see, whenever you will find Laplace transform of any signal, you need to mention its ROC. तुम्हाला काय करायला लागतो? त्याचा ROC मेन्शन करायला लागतो. Now what is ROC? ROC is the region in S plane. It is the region in S plane. In that particular region only your Laplace transform used to exist. Okay, so what is the ROC? It is called as region of convergence. It is the area in the S plane in which your Laplace transform is existing or used to exist, or it is the values of sigma for which your Laplace transform exists. So that we call as region of convergence. So what is the ROC? It is the region in the S plane in which your Laplace transform is existing. That is called as ROC. Now there are some properties of ROC. It is a very important question. Properties of ROC. So they can ask question, what is ROC, and write down the properties of ROC, or what is ROC and what is the significance of ROC. हा क्वेश्चन पण theoretical question ते विचारतात in unit number 5. तर ROC म्हणजे काय? It is the region in S plane in which your Laplace transform exists. Okay, now we'll see the properties. Now very first property is that ROC doesn't contain any pole. ROC doesn't contain pole. म्हणजे काय? तुमच्या ROC मध्ये पोल लाय होत नाही. सपोज हा एरिया आहे, एस प्लेन आहे, बरोबर? दिस इज माय ROC, दिस इज माय पोल. ओके, सो ROC विल नॉट लाय इनसाइड, पोल विल नॉट लाय इनसाइड ROC. एक तर तो त्याच्या बॉर्डरला असेल, पोल त्याच्या बॉर्डरला असेल किंवा लेफ्ट हँड असेल. ओके, बट इट विल नॉट लाय इनसाइड द ROC. So very first property you have to remember that pole is not lying in the ROC. So ROC doesn't contain pole. ROC doesn't contain pole, or pole doesn't lies in ROC. This is the very first property you should remember. Now second property is that if your system is causal, if system is causal, ROC is right hand sided. ROC is right hand sided. जर तुमचा सिस्टम जर कॉजल आहे तर ROC काय असतो? राईट हँड साइडेड. पोल लाइज ऑन लेफ्ट हँड साइड ऑफ ROC. बघा, ROC इज राईट हँड साइडेड, पोल लाइज ऑन लेफ्ट हँड साइड ऑफ ROC. आणि नॉर्मली आपण याची कंडिशन कशी लिहितो? रियल ऑफ एस म्हणजे काय? व्हॅल्यूज ऑफ पोल्स ROC ग्रेटर दॅन व्हॅल्यू ऑफ पोल. काय? ROC greater than value of pole. So if such a case is there, your system is causal, your ROC will lie right hand side of ROC, pole will lie on left hand side of ROC. आता सपोज आता सिग्नल आहे e raised to minus at u of t. तर बघा, it is multiplied by u of plus t, म्हणजे हा कॉजल सिग्नल आहे. मग याचा ROC काय असेल? राईट हँड साइडला. पोल कुठे असेल? ROC च्या लेफ्ट हँड साइडला. ओके, नाउ थर्ड कंडिशन इज दॅट if system is non-causal, तर ROC काय असेल? लेफ्ट हँड साइडेड. ROC इज लेफ्ट हँड साइडेड. आणि ही कंडिशन आपण लिहिणार रियल ऑफ एस लेस दॅन व्हॅल्यू ऑफ पोल. म्हणजे बघा, तुमचा त्या केसला ROC असेल ROC लेफ्ट हँड साइड, ROC left hand side, pole lies on right hand side of ROC. बघा, for non-causal what is the criteria? ROC is left hand sided, pole lies on right hand side of ROC. So this is, if you remember this condition, then Laplace is very easy. बघा, जर सिग्नल कॉजल असेल, ROC कसा असतो? राईट हँड साइडेड. पोल कुठे असतो? त्याच्या लेफ्ट हँड साइडला. ओके, जर सिग्नल तुमचा नॉन कॉजल असेल, आरओसी असतो लेफ्ट हँड साइडला, पोल असतो त्याच्या राईट हँड साइडला. आता जर तुमची सिस्टम स्टेबल असेल, if system is stable or if system is needed to be stable, then ROC includes j omega axis. ROC includes j omega axis. मग शक्यतो तुमचा हा जो ROC हा काय असतो, in between two poles, म्हणजे असतात. Your ROC will include जे ओमेगा ऍक्सिस. अशी जेव्हा कंडिशन असते तेव्हा आपण म्हणतो सिस्टम इज स्टेबल. तर दिस आर द फोर प्रॉपर्टीज विच आर व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट टू राईट डाऊन द लॅपलास ट्रान्सफॉर्म. पहिली प्रॉपर्टी काय, की जो तुमचा आरओसी असतो, आरओसी मध्ये एकही पोल नसतो. पोल्स कुठे असतात, आरओसीच्या बाहेर किंवा आरओसीच्या बॉर्डरवरती. सेकंड प्रॉपर्टी, जर तुमचं सिग्नल कॉजल आहे तर आरओसी कसा असतो, राईट हँड साइडला, पोल कुठे असतात, आरओसीच्या लेफ्ट हँड साइडला. थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी, द सिग्नल नॉन कॉजल आहे, आरओसी इज लेफ्ट हँड साइडेड, पोल लाइज ऑन right hand side, and when your system is to be stable, your ROC must include j omega axis. So this is very important concept which we call as ROC. So you need to understand these conditions. Okay. Ata for example, suppose we have this condition 1 upon x is s plus 2, and I want to sketch ROC for signal to be causal. बरोबर. आता रूट कुठे असतात, डिनॉमिनेटर. डिनॉमिनेटर म्हणजे काय, पोल्स ना. ह्या केसला किती पोल आहे, देयर इज वन पोल ऍट s इक्वल्स टू -2. बघा s प्लस 2 आहे म्हणजे याची रूटची पोलची व्हॅल्यू काय, -2. हा सिग्नल काय, कॉजल आहे. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर कंडिशन, माय ROC शुड बी राईट हँड साइड, पोल शुड lie on लेफ्ट हँड साइड. म्हणजेच माझी कंडिशन इथे काय येईल, R of S should be greater than pole value. So what is the value of pole, -2. So ROC is greater than -2. So ROC is right hand sided, pole is lying on left hand side. Now same signal is there. I want to sketch ROC for non-causal, for assuming this condition to be non-causal. So what will be my ROC in this case? So there is again one pole at -2. My signal is non-causal. So I have to draw my ROC towards left hand side. Pole lies on right hand side, and condition will be R of S will be less than -2. So this is how you can sketch the ROC for conditions according to the given condition. Okay. Now again next point is that we need to find Laplace transform of some standard signals. आता परत हे जे फॉर्म्युले, you have to remember these formulas by heart for standard signals, so that in later on you can use directly these formulas. Okay. Now again, very first signal is step signal, that is u of t. You need to find its Laplace transform. So again procedure is, first I will write down formula. So x of s is integration -infinity to +infinity x of t e raised to -st dt. Okay. Now my x of t is u of t. Its value is 1 for 0 to infinity. So we will change limits from 0 to infinity. U of t is 1 e raised to -st dt. So the integration काय येईल? What is the integration of this? E raised to -st upon -s 0 to infinity. So when we will solve this, it will be -1 upon s, e raised to -infinity minus e raised to 0. E raised to -infinity is 0, e raised to 0 is 1, minus will be +1 upon s is the Laplace transform of u of t. And what is ROC? आता plus u of t म्हणजे कॉजल आहे. इथं पोलची व्हॅल्यू काय, 0 आहे. So ROC is s greater than 0. ROC is s greater than 0. There is one pole at 0 and ROC is greater than 0. So remember, Laplace transform of u of t is 1 upon s and ROC is s greater than 0. Is it clear? आता सेकंड सिग्नल जो आहे तो तुमचा काय असतो, रॅम्प सिग्नल. सो x of t is t into u of t. Now it is t into u of t or r of t. Now again my formula is x of s is integration -infinity to +infinity x of t e raised to minus st dt. This is your first signal. Say this is your second signal. ओके, आता परत u of t आहे म्हणून 0 to इन्फिनिटी आणि हा t आणि हा e raised to minus st dt. आता दोन फंक्शन आहे तर आपण काय करणार, बाय पार्ट्सने सॉल्व्ह करणार. t into e raised to minus st minus whole integration derivative of first into integration of second. Okay, and then we will apply the limits 0 to infinity. Okay, now when we will put the limits, upper limit and lower limit, for infinity it will be 0. Okay, बघा t into e raised to minus st upon minus s minus integration or derivative of t is 1 परत येतं derivative of first into integration of second, याचं काय e raised to minus st upon minus s. Okay, 0 to infinity. So when we will solve this, you will get answer 1 upon s square. Now again there is one pole at s equals to 0, so s greater than 0 will be a ROC. So Laplace transform of ramp signal, that is t into u of t, is 1 upon s square. बघा फोरियर काय होता, 1 upon j ओमेगा स्क्वेअर होता. j ओमेगाला s ने रिप्लेस करायचं, तुम्हाला मिळतो लॅपलास. u of t चा फोरियर काय होता, 1 upon j ओमेगा, परत s ला j ओमेगा ने रिप्लेस करायचं, तुम्हाला मिळेल 1 upon s. Okay, so this is how you can find for unit step for ramp signal t into u of t.